It seemed like a real good proposition, but we'll see. Fnatic are pressuring almost every single lane at this point in time. Mushi staying up at the top lane. Animage has actually gone all the way down to bottom just to stay away from the Spectre.
Yeah, and I like the decision from Miracle to just avoid everything. OG know that
like a
the
real good
anti-mage build is a really strong
Fnatic are pressuring almost every single lane at this point in time. Mushi staying up at the top lane.
They're doing everything they can to protect control right now, but mid
just
again,
to stay away from
even
the
with the
Spectre.
haste room, and I like this bottle doesn't even have time to just avoid everything.
Daggers revealed.
OG know that the anti-mage build is a really
Give the tier
strong
one Fnatic are pressuring. Sure, that's gonna bump up the Miracle battle staying up at the top lane.
They're doing everything they can to protect control right now, but they're just mid again, even with the haste room, and I like this bottle doesn't even have time to just avoid everything. This was the best OG know that
give the tier one DJs. Sure, that's gonna bump up the Miracle battle staying up at the top lane. They take off the actually hit it. The combo
this was the best OG know
give the tier one
They've created so much space for Mushi. He hasn't even really had to do anything except press the hot button, come in to clean up some kills, and absolutely secure it for his team. Once he grabs the Radiance, he has just gone so big for his team in this elimination game. It'll cancel the bad initiation. Zeus does not have enough HP to survive against this. No more than a kill or anything like that. They've created so much space so weak. He hasn't even really had to do anything. They've got to get control before he gets that item. Button, come in to clean up some kills and absolutely secure it for his team.
OG
Once
at this point in time, they have to stall until they have the battle.
There's no mech on them.
Until they
cancel the bad initiation.
But then they've got this really awkward timing where once you have those items,
no glimmer capes
it's going to be like that. Not long before Fnatic gets actually really have to get these items. They've got another successful game from Ohio and Midway.
This two-man wrecking crew right now is just completely shut out OG.
They have to
as they're so used to that mobile core being able to survive, but
then they've
because of
got
this quick
really
blink
awkward
dagger pickup
timing
and
where
the next
once
being
you
as
have
leveled
those
as he is,
it's going to be
they're just not able to get any control. Most of their ward vision is centered around the enemy jungle, but it hasn't proved useful for their anti-mage quite yet. This two-man wrecking crew right now is just completely shut out OG.
Desperate
as they're so used to having that mobile core be able to survive, but because of this quick blink dagger pickup and the next being as leveled as he is,
getting absolutely starched.
they're just not able to get any control. And most of their ward vision is centered around the enemy jungle, but it hasn't proved useful for their anti-mage quite yet.
Complete already by 16 minutes for this Cody.
Yeah, and Ohio's just camping up this top lane, waiting for anybody to come, hoping that it's Miracle, but their time is not the charm. Everybody from Fnatic, they'll be content with just getting the tower, getting some more map control, and cutting off more avenues of Miracle's farm.
They've got about an 8,000 gold lead for Fnatic by 16 minutes.
Yeah, it's not even like they've got early game heroes. They've still got a Spectre. We saw what an OD can do in the late game.
Mushi is rather close to his relic as well. 3,400 gold now that the tier 2 tower falls.
Yeah, and OG, normally what ends up happening around the tier 2 top tower trade is you go for a Roshan, OG are... There's no chance that they go for the Roshan.
There is no world in which they could actually achieve something like that.
Yeah, so there's going to be no trade. Fnatic, I think, are going to get pretty emboldened by this and maybe even decide to go for the Rosh of their own at some point, but they could just continue to push down towers as Ohio is camping this mid area, making absolute sure that nobody can cross, and this is costing so much from OG is they have to just keep recycling sentries, and it's keeping Fly so poor right now. This mid tower...
And on top of that, the Lasso. They're going to be able to bring Mushi back. And okay, that's definitely not going to be it. Mushi starts going for Miracle, will be able to land the dagger, it looks like, but it's not going to be enough to finish him off.
Yeah, they're pinging him like crazy, but he's just going to pick up his relic now.
Time to send Mushi right on back to base.
Yeah, they want to make sure that that hero doesn't die, and they put their pressure on the anti-mage, slowing down his battle fury even more. These were the items that he had at 13 minutes into the game. Fnatic, though, have done such a good job of slowing him down.
And we're only talking about the anti-mage because obviously his farm progression is easily the most important for OG. But OG previously they were just kind of like sitting around the anti-mage. Maybe they were farming up a neutral camp or two, but everyone else is going to be criminally underfarmed on the side of OG, particularly those supports that they have to keep blowing more and more gold on those counter wards.
They've got 4 of the 5 bottom heroes in the game right now. The only person that's hanging around down there with them is Ned, who doesn't really care his net worth is this little. As they're setting up right now, Ohio, he's just scouting the area. He's going to see Miracle blink up. They're smoked up though. Fnatic, they really want this.
And a word laid out. They've already got a lightning bolt on Ohio, but he managed to get the stun on a Miracle. Miracle's just going to get popped just like that. Fly, he tries to finish off Ohio, but it's not enough. Now he's going to be sent back. Fly's going to be dying the imprisonment now. And a pretty worthy beak to be used there. Mid one may not have been necessary, but they still got a kill on the NH as well as the Pugna. Tier 2's already down, so where does Fnatic go for this? I guess the Tier 2 of bottom lane is the last one left. They take that. That'll be a Radiance complete for Mushi.
Yeah, good news for them though, for OG, is that their anti-mage did manage to buy out, and this is where the real farm begins, but I just don't know if they have enough to get map control back. Normally in a position like this, you're able to fight without your AM, create space for them on the other side of the map, set up ganks, just kind of keep the enemy team in disarray, but that is not the case whatsoever.
Yeah, 19-minute battle is definitely not the dream.
You know what is the dream though? Mushi picking up his Radiance and one more creep.
So a 20-minute Radiance when you've already gone phase earned.
Yeah, he's really rich right now. And even without him available, this is fine. Just because Mushi at top, he's going to get gone on by Moon. But they don't nearly have enough damage for this.
Again, it doesn't really mean much. Turns around, daggers, no engagement to be had. Bottom tier 2 is taken by Fnatic.
Yeah, it is going to stop them from pushing though, because they use the Haunt. I think Mushi was like, is there somebody behind you? But it was just the Batrider.
In such a dramatic net worth difference so early on into this game, and you do have a farming hero, it's not like you can just go, alright guys, let's just fight. How do you come back in this kind of scenario?
Not sure. Probably just keep looking for pickoffs and let your AM get big.
Moon, nice little blink there to dodge the missile, is actually still trying to chase down Net. He is running over a nice kick there, but a mech, is that going to be able to keep him alive? Oh, Jesus, the send back once again. Unbelievable timing from DJ, and Moon no longer has a Firefly. A crit, oh, nice double jump from Ohio. They thought they were saving Moon, but really they were just adding another body to the fire.
They can't catch a break right now, and Fnatic, 20 minutes in, 20 kills, as OG are struggling to get anything on the map right now. This OD, the early BKB pickup, makes it almost impossible for OG to fight. And that isn't even considering Mushi. Like, he hasn't even really entered the fray quite yet. Miracle's gonna probably cut top wave, but so much map control for Fnatic.
Yeah, at this point, Fnatic don't really care. You can cut whatever you want. You can't actually really threatened objectives at this point. Certainly not a tier 1 tower that's actually quite healthy. Meanwhile, the rest of the Fnatic will gladly make an Aegis for themselves. So between Spectre Radiance and an OD Aegis, plus Blink and BKB, Fnatic are pretty much unstoppable in team fights.
And Fnatic, there's... Okay, so the last game I was able to say, okay, they can still come back, guys,
Yeah.
they can still come back. But this is a completely different scenario. They've got 2 cores this time that are phenomenal at dragging the game out with OD and Spectre. Like, these were so good at this phase of the game too. And OG, they've only got this anti-mage where everything is just riding on him right now. But he can't really fight with the items that he has set up.
But he's going to be forced eventually. I'm sure Fnatic are going to try and poke uphill with this next Aegis. They might as well.
Yeah.
Even if it's not necessary for them to end the game anytime soon.
By the way, would you have said, a lot of people said MVP was the favorite against Liquid today? Does that mean if Fnatic win this game, all 4 favorites lost? Maybe the Liquid one was...
I don't know. I didn't see MVP as a favorite, but
Still,
the rest of these, yeah.
if they could complete, that'd be insane.
I mean, Secret EG was also very close.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
These 2 would be the new ones though, Alliance and now OG. But they've still got a chance, like the craziest mana void of all time though, if I'm gonna be realistic.
Yeah, the mid one's gonna have to pull through so much mana. The stun comes down. Down to about half HP. It is going to be hard for them to push uphill against both a Zeus with Eat the Lens as well as a Pugna Ward.
Yeah, Spec is not the hero you're going to commit either, just because you want him to keep mirroring wherever the anti-mage goes and push out the lane so he doesn't ever threaten any of your towers for comeback gold. Was that a Zeus ult though? Yes it was. That mid lane though, it's really hard to go high ground against Zeus. But Fnatic, they know with this Aegis they want to try to get more, but there's no tier 2 tower available for them.
How do you go high ground against them?
I mean, you just force the anti-mage back. You're trying to bait somebody from OG to come out and take advantage, but... OG...
So you just slowly but surely chip back up until you see an opportunity to actually take a fight.
If Ohio sees a really good opportunity too, like he could just jump in on somebody, and I think Fnatic can commit with the Hans. Oh, this might be aggressive.
Forward here, mid one. He does have the Aegis, 12 BKB. They're going to be able to combo this stun up on No-Tail. Drops the ultimate, will be able to finish him off, and Moon is sent back. Fly, oh, the dagger didn't quite hit, so he's going to be able to survive as well. That's a buyback on the Zeus. They now turn their focus onto this tier 3 tower, saving it some of this time. Stun on No-Tail, follow up, mid one's going to try and blow him up. It's really successful. Jeez. So much damage. Fly has to go back to the fountain again, and another dagger comes in. Here, just threatening every single hero that comes forward from OG, and slowly but surely chipping away at these buildings.
Yeah, this is going to be a Rax for sure, as this Zeus doesn't have buyback. And this is a quick one. 24 minutes into the game is mid one's just going to blink forward, but Moon immediately just getting out of there. That's going to be a mid Rax for free, as OG cannot contest that with the heroes that they have, but the anti-mage is putting the pressure on is the Miracle. Can't stress enough. He's just got to accomplish so much. He's going to be the hero that opens up map presence for OG, as he manages to take down a tier 2 during this time.
An article of faith.
But definitely not worth the trade. The best you're going to get though in that scenario if you're going to be optimistic.
Yeah, you're really not going to be able to do much until you have the Manta. Ohio looks to be picked off.
This is a nice one. They needed a kill like this just for morale alone.
Yeah, 515 gold for that. Looking forward to that fight recap. So, it's almost a 1500 gold exchange, and it's over 1600 experience.
Mystic Staff already for mid one, and this is going to be their high ground item as the Chen picks up the Hood of Defiance. He's going to want to go for the pipe. But did you see how far Fnatic were willing to dive? Didn't even really care.
They get Blink Sight. How does an AM ever split push? Because OD, if you ever get your hands on Animage, that...
Lucky there. Mushi just like clicked frantically around the map. Oh, but
no
bottom
tail,
tail's
he's
dead
dead.
again.
And that might actually be more. Yep, they're going to pop the Spectre ultimate and chase down Moon as well. Beyond godlike for one.
Oh, he's gonna go top
Dominating
two.
for the other. And he goes top lane to finish off Fly. We'll be able to get that one. Mega kill streak with a double kill. Mushi, he can still fight this down out. Grit is actually going to hit the boulder right onto Mushi. That's no good.
Dire's top
Fnatic
tower
just
is
stroll
under
into OG's face like it's their business.
Urshire's gonna buy back, but he doesn't have the ultimate available. I don't know how long he's gonna be able to hold this for by himself without the buyback from the Zoo. That's the high ground defense hero. This is gonna mean a second lane of racks for OG as things are really starting to get desperate here.
Certainly are a lane of racks. 27 minutes, 2 lanes of racks by 28. No idea. Miracle Animage, it's a legend, but this seems to be too much for him to handle.
Fnatic have played this near flawlessly. Like, this kind of victory is not something that I expected in game number 3. I thought this was going to be a long game, a close one. OG, the kings of map presence, but Fnatic have, they've just played such good Dota. That's going to be a
2800
full
gold
hex.
already on the Spectre. Light of Ice on the OD. The items just rolling in time after time. The Chen almost has 10k net worth already. DJ, how?
So OG, they're just going to push out the lanes, but the rest of them are sitting in bases. Miracle's the only one that can really afford to leave the base and farm. He just has to get bigger if they're going to be able to fight. Like, Anti-Mage is not the best fighting core with just like 1 or 2 items. So he's going to power farm as much as he can. But Fnatic, now they've got a way to deal with him as they picked up the Hex on mid 1. And he still has a decent BKB timer too. That's the scarier part. Because this is still an 8-second BKB. And now you've got the Reaver completed on Mushi. He's going to be the one to push out top lane once again. Everybody from Fnatic assembled near the tower. They know one more Rax and they can tip OG over.
Scythe being used on Moon. He's trying to lay out a Firefly defense at this point, but they do have the pipe on DJ, and they'll gladly blow it. Force them. Sieging time, mid one, jump forward once again. He's gonna go for stick for no tail, gets him 2. Still no buyback on him. Crit does manage to get back to the fountain, but oh Jesus! Thought Crit was saving the fountain. Nope, mid one. He takes that left with the ultimate. They'll go right back to that tier 3 tower. And OG, they simply have no response to this. Fnatic have run one of the cleanest games that we've seen all event. After such a rough game number 2, they've done it! Fnatic beat OG in 2-1 in this best of 3 elimination match. Unbelievable. What a day of underdogs.
Okay, so the EG